All right, guys, and we are back for round two. A short little break. Apparently, the other team was already ready to go. This is going to be Team Epidemic versus Team Krios. And we already got bands going down. We doing this whole thing solo again. So that was a short little game last team. Team Epidemic. If you're just now joining us, Team Epidemic just stomped Team Action. It was pretty much they did a nice little pushing heal squad going on. They had Chen, Dazzle, and one other healer, Necrolite. And they also had a Leshrac in the pool, so they were just able to put out all those heal damage. And Team Action did a little bit too much roaming. Got really underleveled, supremely underleveled. And the heals were just way too much for them. I mean, even if they did have good levels, team fights were going to be iffy because their heals were just going to be countered by heals. Damage was going to be countered by heals, and they were going to be done for. But since they were really underleveled, the game ended in like under 20 minutes, something like that. It was pretty much over. They took Roshan, they took the Brax, and GG was called out. So now we're going to be moving on to round two. So hopefully a little bit more competitive game. Team Epidemic versus Team Krios. The round two of the non-pro. This is the Prodota2 non-pro qualifier for the non-pro league. If you guys don't know, the non-pro league for the American side, $10,000 prize pool. So, amateur teams like this is a huge opportunity for them. They get a lot of experience, a lot of play time with a bunch of teams that they don't normally play with. And then on top of that, if they make it through this qualifier, they had a chance at $10,000. I mean, this is where amateur teams get their start. They start playing a whole bunch, and then once they get into that league, they start practicing a whole bunch. They start getting really good. And what is going on? What is happening? All right, so Faceless Void first pick, but bans, Broodmother, Invoker, Syllabear. Typical bans for Team Epidemic. Nothing special there. Furion, Anti-Mage is a little questionable. He's not normally first banned like that. Also, Priestess of the Moon. Interesting. Rana being banned out. First pick, Faceless Void. It's just throwing through me a loop here. If you guys don't know what the meta game is going on right now, Faceless Void isn't picked, like, at all. Like, he's picked up occasionally, and he's a nice, like, 4 or 5 pick. Nobody's going to expect you to pick him up in the first set of picks whatsoever. He's a hard carry, and he sets the tone for the rest of your picks. It's rare enough to see him in a pro game, in a competitive game at all. It's rare enough right now. Because you have other carries in the pool that a lot of people prefer. But to see him first picked is just out there. I don't know what's happening. So Tidehunter Windrunner is going to be picked up by Team Epidemic. Typical first pick. Especially if you saw what they did last game. Running the Tidehunter. They had him as a support hero, but of course still he got a lot of levels there. Necrolite being picked up by Krios, and my mind is just being blown. Maybe this is some sort of next meta game. This is 10 years from now, what the meta game is going to be like. But as it stands right now, not typical bans. Or picks right now. We see Necrolite picked up, so they robbed Team Epidemic of that hero at least. Last game they ran Necrolite with their heal squad. They ran him solo against the Suicide Lane Windrunner. Worked out pretty well for them. And we want to see Warlock being picked up as well. So they're going for heal squad as well. Krios is already countering Team Epidemic's potential heal squad with their own. Warlock, I don't know. Like, is Krios... Like, I was almost going to make a joke about someone thought it was opposite draft and that they're drafting for the other team with that first pick, Faceless Void. But now it looks like they actually have some sort of strategy going on, which is heal strat based around a hard carry. Which, if you want to know how to do that, watch the last game from Team Epidemic. How it's going right now is not really how you do it. But we'll have to see how it pays out. I mean, they still have 4th, 5th picks, so we'll have to watch out for that one. Warlock, another hero that is rarely ever seen playtime. Personally, I would like to see him more. Personally, I would like to see my team run him more. But he's just really... He's so situational. He does decently in lane. Fatal Bonds is an amazing... It's just a joke. Fatal Bonds' harassment is just a joke. Does stupid amount of damage. 20% of 2 other creeps. So you link that to a hero, link that to 2 creeps. 20% of all the damage that those 2 creeps take goes directly to that 1 hero. So you don't even have to auto attack to harass a hero out of lane. You just Fatal Bonds. Anyway, so third pick being picked up by AA. So they're on top of this one. Unlike Team Action, they know what to do to counter a heal strat. It's going to be AA. AA is very good. If you guys don't know his ultimate, you can't heal from it. If you get hit by his ultimate, you cannot heal during that time. So you're SOL. We're going to see bans coming out. Venomancer being banned out. So taking away the support heroes, which Krios very, very much needs. I mean, they have a Warlock, but you have a hard carry. The early to mid game is going to be, even a mid to late game, is going to be a huge problem for them. Even if it gets into that 45, 50 minute mark, Faceless Void probably still won't be done. It'll probably still be a very uphill battle, because presumably Team Epidemic is going to take all the towers, and they're going to have a very huge gold lead because they're going to take getting all the kills, very little amount of deaths, and they're going to have all the tower gold. Sorry about that. We're seeing Nake spanned out. They're just spanning out all the hard carries now. And I don't think that's what Team Epidemic is aiming for here. I don't think they want a hard carry. The other team already has Faceless Void. They already set the tone from the very beginning. They also have a Necrolite, who's amazing late game. Why would you try and counter that with your own hard carry? You don't. You win the early game, you win the mid game, you win the push. Those three factors of the game right now, those are the biggest factors, in my opinion, in the competitive scene right now. Early, mid game, pushing. You win your lanes, you win the team fights that are going on in the mid game, and you outpush the other team. Games are ending at 45 minutes now. And oftentimes, and in a lot of these competitive games, they only go to like 45 to 55 minutes, is because a team is turtling very, very well. They take a Rax down at 35 minutes, but they still turtle very well and go all the way up into that last few 5 to 10 minutes point where the game will start turning around for them. Dragonite now being picked up. What is going on? Now we have semi-carries in Dragonite and Necrolite, and a hard carry in Faceless Void. It's going to be countered by the Lycan pickup by Team Epidemic. And, yeah. So, there's a little bit of push. You also have your jungle there. Probably going to see Tidehunter going to be farming here, and all they just need is solo middle now. They have their suicide lane. They have their bottom lane, presumably, where Tidehunter AA is going to be at. And now they need a solo mid. Preferably something to push, because really I think they need a little bit more push, but they can just grab more team fight and force fights over and over and win towers just through winning kills, pretty much. And, yeah. Pudge being picked up. Every single one of these heroes is not typically picked up at any point in the game. Dragonite used to be a big favorite back in the day when Complexity was running that whole push strat that they had going on. He sort of dropped out of favor. Don't really see him very often at all. Pudge is very rarely, he's sort of like the, you know, you have to have an amazing Pudge player in order to pick Pudge up as a 4-5.
Reserve time.
And yeah, if Krios pulls this off, I'll be amazed. I mean, I hate to set the tone for a game like that, but I can't ignore picks. I can't just be like, oh yeah, this seems like a very competitive game. We're gonna see the real lot of action. It's gonna be very close. I can't say that. I can. It's against who I am to look at these picks and go, yeah, those are definitely even picks. Really, it's just a difference of strategy. You know, I can't say that. Death Prophet is going to be picked up, so that's going to be their solo mid and also going to be their pusher. So yeah, they're going to go to a push, and awesome. So with Lycan farm the jungle, Death Prophet farming away at middle, eventually going to get enough items and also enough levels to push down towers like a boss.
Prepare for battle.
It's going to be really a lot. Faceless Void is going to have to hit some big ultis. Warlock going to have to hit some big upheavals because as it stands right now, that's what they have, is they have some lockdown. They have Faceless Void with an ultimate. They have some damage over time coming out from Necrolite. And if they can keep heroes locked down, I guess that'll help. Pudge has just got to get big. That's all that's up to this game, is Pudge has to get big. He has to win his lane, which is going to be real tough. Looks like they're actually going to have the Death Prophet going bottom. And Tidehunter babysitting the Death Prophet, it looks like. I mean, looking from his items, he's definitely supporting here. Really interesting, because that means AA is going to be solo mid, which is okay. I just really want them to have a farming Tidehunter. All right, we're going to see Necrolite. He's going to be putting down that ward. I love that ward. If you guys don't know, that ward blocks both camps, even though it might be a little off. It might not be blocking that camp, because normally I put it a little bit upper and left, right on top of that little shrub. Yeah, Azu's calling it out as well. It's too far right. Yeah, I go up a little bit and left, just slightly. But, so they probably missed out on that one. But it was a nice little attempt. So we're going to see AA farm in mid, like I was saying earlier. And he's going to be up against the Pudge. So Pudge got to hit some big hooks here, man. Like, he's just got to dominate the mid lane and just transfer it over. Maybe catch a Lycan out when he's jungling. You know, that sort of thing. We have the Faceless Void Necrolite lane at bottom. So once we start getting some mana on Death Prophet, he's just going to be spamming the wave and doing good harassment both to Faceless Void and being able to CS really well.
Off with you.
Tidehunter is just going to be able to babysit him normally. I mean, the only way they're really going to be able to get kills is if the Dire team makes some serious mistake. And you should never see Death Prophet or Tidehunter dying at bottom, ever, in this lane. Like, the only way is if they are spamming Crypt Swarm and the team just doesn't pay attention and was like, oh, shit, we're too low, and then die to nukes before Faceless Void can leap away. Or Necrolite gets a little bit too far forward and takes a lot of harassment, just like that. Now Crypt Swarm coming out, but it barely misses out. Well, it was only level 1, so it would have been close. You might have been able to see Tidehunter do enough damage with one auto attack and an anchor smash, but it was going to be rough. But needless to say, Necrolite already having to blow a potion, not a good start. We're going to see the Lycan farming away. He does have a Ring of Bacillus. And Tidehunter looking to get the pull off, but it does not go off. And I believe they did actually place the word correctly. It is close enough. So apparently there is a little bit of margin for error there. Yep, not spawning. Creep's not spawning whatsoever in either creep camp. So that completely destroys Lycan. Pudge already taken so much damage, missing out on a hook in middle. And also very, very low on health. Not a good start for him whatsoever. And then, of course, at the top lane, really, Warlock, DK, you know, there's not a whole lot going to be happening there against Suicide Windrunner. And they're already pushing the lane for him, so he's going to be doing just fine. You already see him at level 3. Really, ideally, when you go up against Suicide Windrunner, is what you're supposed to do is keep the lane back. It's really up to your Dragon Knight to be able to hit good blocks and deny creeps at the right times and keep the lane as close to the tower as possible. So whenever Windrunner does come forward, Warlock, who should be still same level, they should both be level 1, just comes forward and harasses Windrunner out of experience lane. And they just stay like that for a long time. Faceless Void taking a lot of damage at bottom. I wasn't even looking at that because I didn't really expect it. Faceless Void getting harassed terribly by Carrion Swarm. Can never be trying to CS very well, but he's always going to take a lot of harassment. We're seeing a Ring of Bacillus and Boots already up on the Death Prophet, so we already have a little bit of mana regen.
Denied.
I'm surprised we're not going to see a Soul Ring out of him. Occasionally you'll see Death Prophets go because after that they go for the Bloodstone. They have a lot of regen. And it's just so nice being able to spam that spell over and over and over again, especially if you're against a melee. And really, there's just not going to be a whole lot going on. I mean, Pudge is already proven to miss his hooks, so that was the most action I was going to be expecting out of this game. Is Pudge hit some hooks, grab a rune, do some ganking, grab some sort of haste rune or invis rune, get some nice, ganks on bottom or top. That was the most action I expected out of this early game. But instead, Pudge, oh my goodness, Pudge, what are you doing? He takes a huge amount of cold feet damage, sticks around in order to try and last hit a creep, and takes that extra second of cold feet damage. Almost even got stunned even. I mean, he's rotting for CS when he's already taking so much harassment. I mean, the moment AA hits level 6, we might see a kill finally coming out. We might finally see that first blood, and it might be on Pudge. Seeing how low he is,
Double damage.
nice job, Lycan picking up the double damage before Pudge can bottle it. It's really important, because now Pudge is dead in the water. His lane is non-existent. You have an AA who's almost level 6 and has almost full health and full mana, versus a Pudge who is at half health and a level behind him. So that's what that lane's all Sorry, guys. We're just getting too boring. I mean, at least the last game, there was a lot of action, and it happened really fast. It was just very one-sided. This game, it's going to be slower and one-sided as well. Unfortunate. Hey, once again, there he goes. He's going to throw the ultimate, and the Pudge goes down in middle for first blood. So even though AA is not a pushing hero, he's already going to be doing a little bit of damage to the tower, just because he's dominating his lane. And from here on out, you're going to have to watch out for AA ults. For the rest of the team, he is going to be bringing an urn of shadows already to him. So he's going to be a serious monster in these team fights. And let's go ahead and look at the CS score, because really that's the most important thing going down. Yes, first blood did happen, but CS score is what's making these lanes right now. Right now we see 33-0 from Lycan, who's jungling. So he's doing a good job jungling right now. 25-10 coming out from this AA. 32-4 coming out from Death Prophet. We're going to have Faceless Void run into Lycanthrope. I'm not sure what he's thinking here. AA missing out on his ultimate. Barely missed out on that because Faceless Void, you really should have expected Faceless Void to leap over the trees and be in that area faster. So, confused missing out on that one. Rather unfortunate, but I don't know what AA is doing. He was just running into a Lycan thinking, I'm going to be able to win this war against wolves. Illusions being picked up by Tidehunter. He's going to burn those and just get vision around. Going back to the CS score, you have 33-4 in Death Prophet versus the Void, who was 9-1, or the Necrolite, who was 1-0. Either way, they're obviously crushing them in CS. Windrunner at top is 24-3, and really that should not happen. Suicide Windrunner should be forced out of lane, and we'll still get experience, and we'll still get some gold, but just shouldn't be able to get that much. And really, I would even go as far as say as this Windrunner should have more CS, seeing as how the lane is constantly in front of her, and she's not really threatened that much. But still, she's doing a very good job, 27-3. And really, Dragon Knight is the only person with any CS, and he's 22-1. It just goes to show you what's going on in this game right now. He has less CS than the Suicide Lane Windrunner, and he has the most CS on his team. Krios is already trying to roam around, not finding anything. It's a nice little hook on an illusion. You know, that's how that goes. He's not even level 6 yet. So what are they expecting? They're expecting to hit a hook and then not be able to disable the guy? I don't understand. It's not like Necrolite does big time early game damage. He's 125 damage nuke at level 3. Alright guys, well, yeah, phase boots on Death Prophet. The ultimate coming out. So really, at this point, you don't normally, unless you have some sort of gank, typically what happens, Death Prophet's middle, you hit some sort of gank at level when she's level 6 or 7, you kill the middle hero, and then you pop that ultimate and do some nice damage to the tower. But the way they're dominating the game right now, they don't even need the gank. He's just going to be able to pop ultimate and do damage to the tower regardless of anything. Windrunner, circling around behind bottom, trying to get something. Actually, we're seeing an ultimate coming out from the Pudge, but he's going to die anyway to Ancient Apparition. Boned. Faceless Void even, just 80 health. Alright, well, they forced back the Void. They have nothing to fear. Let's see that Death Prophet ultimate. It is going to come out. And they're probably going to be able to take the tower here. It's kind of hard. Actually, they don't have a nuke for the creep wave. So unless this Tidehunter wants to take it for him, they're probably not going to be able to kill the tower. We'll see. We have teleports coming in from this Pudge. Can we see a big hook? Oh, nope. Want to know why? Because he's not level 7. He only has a level 3 hook, which only goes 1100 range, not 1300. Even then, it would have been questionable. Level 8 Windrunner at top, with her own phase boots and Ring of Bacillus. Ridiculous. Let's go ahead and look at the gold per minute real fast. 262, 320 on AA, 340 on DP, Death Prophet. 213, the highest gold per minute on Team Krios, and that is on the Dragonite. Ridiculous. My question is, and I hate to be rude like this, but my question is, who did they win against? We're going to see the tower at bottom. It is finally going to go down. Faceless Void opting to use his leap and misses the deny, and now he's in trouble, actually. We actually don't have another gush up yet from Tidehunter, so he's able to walk away. But missing out on that deny. AA jumping on this Pudge. He does have an ultimate. A couple auto attacks plus an ultimate. He might be able to kill him. Oh no! Oh! He gets the orb at least, and he is going to be able to kill him. Pudge does get the deny. That's... shouldn't happen. He had the orb on him, and the damage that he did was to himself. But still, shouldn't that apply? Shouldn't that give AA the kill? AA Frostbite being able to get the kill? I don't know. Oh dear. Windrunner taking some stun damage from the Dragonite, but look at him, he's fearless. He's like, I have items, bro. I don't really care that much. We're gonna see the Lycanthrope. Gonna be able to jump on this Roshan with the Medallion of Courage plus Vlad's. At least Pudge realizes it. He does try and hit a hook, but unfortunately hit the wolf instead. And look at it, they don't even care. They're still doing Roshan. Now they're going to back off maybe here. Death Prophet has no mana whatsoever, but he does almost have Soul Booster. That's ridiculous. Dragonite does not hit his stun, opts to throw his nuke out. Now he's in some serious trouble. Take a lot of damage. Lycan got to be able to come in with his ultimate. Pudge is going to try and ult him, but it's not going to be able to do enough damage here. He doesn't have the mana. So just Lycan's going to back off now, but they do pick up the Pudge skill. 2 heroes go down for the Dire team, 5-0. Even the Warlock's in trouble now. He probably, Death Prophet probably could have manned up there with his phase boots and taken down that Warlock, but opts to back out now. If they can take this middle tower and they can take Roshan, they mean pretty good shape. But unfortunately, Lycan a little bit too low to do that. Faceless Void trying to recover what farm he can. Right now, all he has is boots. Tower does go down in middle, so once again, that gold graph is going to leap up a little bit more. 10,000 in 12 minutes, pretty much. This is what we're going to see. Well, not... Oh, there it goes. There goes the gold graph, updated. So almost 10,000 in 12 minutes. Insane. Like, getting 1,000 gold per minute, pretty much, this early on is ridiculous. Pudge taking a little bit of harassment. He needs to be a little bit careful here because Tidehunter is level 6. He's almost the same level as their solo mid. Look at them. They're just kind of like all circling around this tower, missing out on a hook. Pudge. That is those big plays you gotta hit. Because you are the only hero that can save this team, pretty much. They don't have a whole lot of turtling power. Unless you're going to rely on that big Warlock upheaval, which he doesn't have. Just sit there in front of the tower. You know, 10 seconds out of every 50 being able to go, lol, you can't move very fast. And that's it. Windrunner pushing, just farming away. He almost has mech. Hey, level 10. Once he hits that level 11 mark, that's going to be monstrous. At least Warlock level 6. And they're just trying to keep back these pushes while Faceless Void and Dragonite are farming their respective lanes right now. And Dragonite can't last hit, unfortunately. Pudge looking for a hook here. Oh. You have 3 heroes backing you up, man. He does hit the hook, but Invis goes off by Confused. Nice little play. Wouldn't better if he didn't eat the damage from the hook. And Dragonite's going to go down at top. Nice little gank there, and they are going to be able to push this tower in, hopefully. With the assistance of the Lycan Wolves.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
6-0.
Dire's structures are fortified.
About to say, when your Dragonite can't CS very well and he has the highest CS in the game for you, not looking so good. Double damage, Voice of Void is going to be able to jump in here and attack that range creep. Get him. Yeah. Tower's going to go down due to the Wolves. They're just dancing around this Faceless Void. He has no ability to catch anybody. He threw a leap and he doesn't have mana now for his ultimate. And Necrolite's going to pay for it. Unless he hits some magical stun here. Dragonite coming in. The Wolves are going to take the kill anyway. 8-0 now. So... Death Prophet pushing in this bottom tier 1 tower. Tier 2 tower. More gold! It's 14,000. 15 minutes in. Maybe. Let me see the jump. Game is ridiculous. Treads now on the Lycan. They still haven't taken Roshan. Which they can do at any point. I mean, what's going to happen if they take a Roshan? You need to see Faceless Void jump in and do what? Hit an ultimate? Maybe be able to combo that with a nice little hook, guaranteeing some hero to get caught out in Pudge's unmerciful grasp. But he doesn't do that much damage, so no one cares. Ward's coming out from the Warlock. Really like that ward if it was slightly to the right, but whatever. And now we're going to see the Yule's combo coming out from AA. The ultimate, is it going to hit? Oh, no, he does pick it up just barely. Oh, what a big boy. Warlock ulti even goes down to try and help out, but look at the Radiant team. They are pretty much full health. They don't have heals besides mech. And they're still full health after picking off a hero. They're just manning up on this tower now. Getting some levels of Howl finally. That's going to be a good pusher. Pudge. There goes the Yule's combo. Yule's cold feet combo, and he is definitely going to get hit by this nice little ulti coming out from the Tide Hunter. Would have preferred it a little bit later. But that's alright. They're going to pick up kills easily. 3 heroes. Down. There it goes. Void hitting a decent little ultimate, catching 2 heroes, but no follow-up because everyone's dead. You didn't notice. Your Time Walk is still level 1. You can't go anywhere because you have 2 levels of Time Lock. Guys, I'm sorry. Okay? But I'm sure round 3 will be a better game. I mean, come on, that means whatever team they're facing up against has to beat 2 other teams, not just 1. That must be like twice the amount of chance that that we're gonna actually have a good game. My dreams, why are you crushing them? Ah, Milkshake, classy as always. Level 11 chargers on his Bloodstone. Ouch. Milkshake is ringing for this team. And that is not a good way to keep your ringer around. Lycanthrope might get caught out here, Pudge. Look at him, he's shopping right now. You can totally tell who's shopping. And look at that Pudge. Oh, he still hits the hook. Getting Grand combo hit. Alright, now follow up with the stun from Dragonite. Oh, here comes the A ult. Oh no! Run, Lycan, run! Oh dear. No Warlock ulti or anything. It is still on cooldown. Pudge is barely going to get away, but this Warlock is going to get taken massive damage from AA illusions. Oh, look at him. Why is he fighting? He's done for now. Oh, they might finally get it. Pudge with the big hook. They pick up their first kill. Pudge, first kill in the game. They might even pick up a second kill. 1 health? 1 health on this Tidehunter? What the fuck? He's gonna suicide. Oh, that hurts. That hurts so bad. Oh dear. So really, 16-1 is the scoreboard right now. And Death Prophet obviously taking out bottom tower during that whole interaction. But still, success for Team Krios has picked up their first kill. On the Lycan, no doubt. Like, seriously, the Lycan. And here I thought this Pudge was fail. I was like, why didn't you bite him? But he was like, nah, bro. I'm just letting him get away so I can hook him back in. That'll give my team more time to get there. Easy. Easy peasy. Oh, Gold Graph, where art thou? 25,000. And the lead for the Radiant. Every single hero on their team has 300 plus gold per minute, except for the Tide, who's doing some crazy ass roaming, not farming anything. Shiz. But even him has 200 gold per minute. Dragon Knight in a little bit of trouble. We're going to see a Gush coming out. As soon as they get unfogged, he is a little bit too far behind now. Oh, with the push stick. Shackle. There's nothing to shackle too, but it is enough for Gush to be able to land. And now, what is this Milkshake? Milkshake's like humping him. I don't understand. Just auto attack and walk. Nice little ultimate coming out from Void, hitting through 2 heroes. He missed out on Rabbi, and now he's taking a lot of damage, and he can't get very far away because he only has 1 level of time walk, and he's dead. 1 hero down. Now the Lycan looking for business. Oh, look at the Pudge just getting crushed. 1 more hit, deny. Man. And so, an extra 100 gold from the Malthus, and we're gonna go ahead and keep pushing. Death Prophet does have her ultimate coming up. 12 charges. Why isn't she blowing? Come on now, just end the game. Now Glyph is down. Now you can definitely ultimate. Ah, they're being silly. They pick off the Warlock. Tidehunter taking a bit of damage, but ult is gonna help disperse the enemy heroes. There goes the ranged racks. Now they're gonna focus on the melee racks. And nice little shackle shot. And now we're gonna see the Death Prophet ultimate finally. Coming in, doing some big work. Hopefully you're gonna pick off 2 kills. Dragon Knight. Gotta be able to barely get out of that cold feet. Still not slow enough. Look at this. This Death Prophet. Running around so fast. Pudge, you think you can kill her, but you're wrong. Pudge goes down, and look at them. They're just taking huge amounts of damage in their fountain. Oh, push sticking your allies. What a jerk this AA is. I'm presuming he was AA. Yeah, he does have a push stick. And now we're gonna see the Rex go down at bottom. So that's gonna be GG. Another little 20-minute game. So guys, I'm sorry. This isn't my fault. But I mean, come on. The farther the cup goes, the better games we're gonna get. So it should be what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna do my media whoring. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to our Twitch TV and YouTube accounts. We're also doing this whole little in-house league that we got going on. It's gonna be every Saturday and Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. British Standard Time for you Brits. For more information, just go to our website. We're going to be putting up a news post about that whole thing. We do have one going on at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, but we haven't yet set up the IRC channel, so that's going to be coming up shortly. We're still working on that, but the first day of the in-house league is going to be today, starting at 4 p.m. And that whole thing. Look at Death Prophet with the Ghost Scepter, just whatever, lol, fountain. Anyway, that's going to be it. We're going to have, I'm sure this time it's going to be a little bit of a bigger break. We'll try and keep you guys informed. I'm going to go and use my contacts, try and figure out who they're playing up against and whether or not they are done or close to being done. But it might be a little bit more of a break this time, guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.